Hello, happy 420. I don't know if you guys like my new microphone setup, but I just have my little lav mic on my. I used to game a lot, and this is my Blue Yeti Nano, I think it's called. So I kind of just attached it to there with a magnet, so it looks like I have a cool studio mic. Pretty much what we are going to talk about is I first and foremost want to say happy late 420. Happy 420. This used to be a holiday that I would celebrate every year, and I would be really excited to celebrate every year because the dispensaries would have a sale. They would have the best sale ever. They'd be like, buy one, get four free, 50% off, 70% off, and I would stock up. It was crazy. I would go to the dispo, buy stuff for the homies, buy stuff for me. 420 is the big day. If you know, you know. And in this video, I pretty much just want to talk about how in my past, I used to celebrate 420, obviously getting faded as I would smoke from the morning to dusk. And it was just a day for me to be like, hey, it's an excuse to smoke and talk about it freely, instead of just smoking on a random Monday. This is a reason to celebrate. It's the big day. So I would smoke like crazy on 420. Happy 420, like I said. And I'm not trying to talk shit on any smokers who currently smoke. I've seen a few comments in my comment section saying oh, you're putting a bad name to the pot community. And to the fellow pot community, I am not trying to put a bad name to you guys. All I'm trying to do pretty much, let's make sure it's on. All I'm trying to do pretty much is spread awareness for the people that want to try to quit. Because there are a handful of people that were at one point part of the pot community, and it was a really high-ranking member of the pot community. And at one point, they want to quit. So that is why I'm here, to share my experience and my knowledge of what I've went through and what I'm doing with my life after a retired pothead. So I love every community, whether it's the pot community, the not pot community, any community. I support anything and I love everything. With that being said, let's get straight into it. So, like I said, 420, I would go crazy. But what do I do now that it's 420? How do you have fun if I don't smoke? What's there to do? Life's pretty boring without it, is what I thought life was going to be when I first started smoking. So I eventually quit. So there's been a couple times where I would quit, and then here and there would be situations where I'd kind of come back to it. And I wasn't really serious, but at the same time I was trying to be, until it came a point where I said, okay, this is it. And I needed to figure out a way to distract myself with good things, no longer with vices or instant gratifications. So how do I have fun without smoking weed? How do I go out and eat and enjoy myself without smoking? It's really simple. It's going to take some time. How I see quitting weed, it's not going to be easy like that. It's going to take some time, and there's going to be a ripple effect, just like there is with everything. If you've been smoking for a very long time, it's going to take some time to get back to your normal self, the rewiring of the brain, your habits, your emotions, the way you live life. It's going to get easier and easier each day, and eventually you're going to be back to normal. And what I mean by normal is just how you were before you started smoking: active, an athlete, healthy, loving everything without having to need an instant gratification. I needed to learn how to enjoy life with the simple things, because weed would enhance everything for me. And I mean everything. The music, do not even get me started. Music would sound so much crazier. I don't know if there's anything you guys would do as you would be high or smoke, but for me, music was insane. I would genuinely listen to the instruments in the background that I didn't even know were there. So I listened to the instruments. Okay, I'm getting let's get back on topic. So how do I have fun? Ways I have fun now that I'm off weed. And there are a lot of times too where I've gotten a lot of questions with, how do you stay locked in? How do you stay committed to yourself if you are around a lot of smokers? And like I said, I don't mind smokers at all. I once was one myself, and I'm not trying to put anybody down. I myself have homies that still smoke, and they're the homies. I love them to death. But how do I stay committed? How do I not get tempted to smoke? And that's another question I'm going to answer as well. So a way that I have fun is, once you build the discipline, once you build self-confidence, you're going to realize, wait, I've been living life completely wrong. It's You'll kind of have your own wake up. It's kind of hard to explain. The only way I guess I can answer this question is if you experience it yourself. If you genuinely lock in and take 2 weeks off, but do it for the right reasons, you're gonna know what I mean by you're just gonna have that feeling of why would I want to go back to it? Because the thing that kind of got me really off of it is when I was able to go out with my dad, go out with my homies, go out with my girlfriend, completely sober, and I would have genuinely a lot of fun. I would laugh, I would remember what we did that day, and that is how I have fun. It's just the funness is experiencing the things that I would need weed to enjoy, experiencing it now sober. That is the fun thing. Once you go out to a party, once you go out to any occasion with your homies or loved ones where there is weed and you finally experience it without needing it, you're going to be like, oh, like it's that simple. You just go, hang out, go back home, go to sleep, have a good day. It's as simple as that. And once I learned like there's no point in me smoking, you know? Like we can still have fun. I can still have fun playing 8 ball. I can still have fun playing video games. I can still have fun going to the gym. I can still have fun eating snacks or going out to eat without smoking. And once I realized that I can have fun without that and be myself, that is what I realized I don't want to go back. That is the main way I have fun, is to know how far I've come from a couple months ago. You'll feel really proud of yourself. There's been a lot of instances where I've had the piece handed to me straight to my face, like, hey, I'm gonna pack this for you. You're gonna hit it, all right? And I'm just like, I'm like, hey, before me, I'd be like, okay, like, fuck it, you know, like, it's a Friday. I don't got shit to do tomorrow. Like, whatever, you know, it's just one time. That's what old me would say. But once you finally have the confidence and discipline to be like, nah, I'm good, not caring what other people think of you or look at you, once you have the confidence and discipline to be like, nah, like, I'm cool, thanks, like, I'm straight, like, I'm not doing that no more, that itself is the best feeling you will ever have. And when you go home and lay your head on that pillow, you're going to be so proud of yourself, because then you're going to realize, wow, I came from a spot where I would outsmoke everybody. Now I'm the one saying, nah, I'm cool. And this isn't about an ego thing. This isn't about, oh, I'm better than you. This is for you. I was proud of myself. I wasn't trying to impress anybody else but me. And once you're able to overcome that fear of saying no, you feel unstoppable. And now it's just become a simple habit to where the people that would offer it to me or any urges I would get, I for sure know, like, okay, I know how great I'm going to feel if I don't do it. So I just continue to say no. And there's times where I'm like, man, I hope you offer me some, because I want to feel great and amazing inside saying no, because I knew my old self would say yes like that. So once you build the discipline, it is going to be so much easier. It gets a lot easier. And there's been a couple instances. Let me tell you how I feel. Let me tell you the time I felt, or let me tell you how I felt the time I did say yes, even though I told myself I shouldn't smoke. There was a time where I said, okay, like, I'm not going to smoke tonight. I really have things to do tomorrow. I shouldn't. And it got handed to me, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll take some. It was cool at the moment. I was having a blast, laughing, having snacks, having a couple drinks, enjoying myself. Night is amazing. The vibes are immaculate. I thought nothing of it at the time because my mood instantly shot up because I smoked. I had no regret, no nothing, because I was being distracted by that chemical. But as I went home that night, as I started coming down from the high, you kind of have that sigh of just like, why did I do that? You kind of just have some clarity of like, I really wasted all the time I took to be off of it, to enjoy it for a couple hours. Like, did I really just waste my effort? Did I really just waste my time doing that for a couple laughs, for a snack to taste better than what it usually does? Like, was it really worth it? Now I gotta wake up feeling all foggy and cloudy. Now I gotta wake up feeling like just weird. And I have that regret feeling in my chest of just like, I should have just not smoked it. Like, it was that simple. That is how I feel when I said yes, knowing I shouldn't have. So there's both feelings. The feeling of saying no, even though you really want to, because you know how much fun you're gonna have. You know how much, you know how it will make things so much better, and you still say no. I promise you that is going to feel better than any high you've ever experienced in your life. That is how I still have fun, is knowing that I am comfortable and confident saying no, and I'm still having fun in the moment. And that's the cool thing. You kind of get to explore your emotions, your new self again. You don't have weed to have fun. All right, let's see what I got to have fun. You know, do I like to dance, crack a couple jokes? One thing that I do recommend is you really just hold yourself accountable. If you say you're not going to smoke, don't smoke. Especially if it's 420, especially if it's a party, especially if it's your birthday. It's like, oh, like we're out of town, like fuck it, like we only come here once in our life. If you told yourself no, I promise you if you do it after you said you're not going to, you're going to feel the most ugliest amount of regret ever. But if you say no and you hold yourself accountable, you're going to open a gate to this feeling that you've never felt before of whoa. And then you just want to continue doing it, continue and continue, and then you feel great. So that is how I feel saying no. That is how I feel when I say yeah. That is how I feel in general. That is what I do when I'm at a party or a group setting. That's how I handle things. I kind of just have those thoughts going back and forth. And sometimes, I mean, you may not listen to what I'm saying now, which is okay, because there's been a lot of instances where I watch videos such as this one I'm making and I'm like, okay, what the hell is this guy talking about? But you might have to experience it for yourself. You might have to fall a couple times off the bike and realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't go for this jump yet. You're going to have to fall a couple times in order to learn a lesson. Or maybe you'll listen, not go for it, and be like, maybe it was a good idea I didn't do that. There's two routes you can go. You're going to learn the easy way or the hard way. It's going to happen. And whatever decision you do, like I said, I respect it. I'm still going to love you, still care about you. I'm only here to inspire you and help you the best way I can by sharing my life experience. There's going to be a lot of temptations you're going to go through. There's going to be a lot of people saying, nah, like it's just one hit, just one hit. It's not worth it, bro. Like realistically, it's not worth it. There's going to be a lot of instances where you're going to find, like the other day I found literally like a stash that I totally forgot about. It was that good of a stash. Where I had like half an ounce of weed, a lighter, and a little bowl. I'm like, fuck, nobody's home right now. I ain't got shit to do. There's going to be so many temptations that are going to try to get you back on it. But just, that is your own decision to make. And what I did at the time was I kind of looked at it and was like, I took a deep breath. I was like, okay, what do I get out of it if I do smoke? A good time for a couple hours. I feel kind of numb to what's hurting me at the time. You know, like what else do I get from it? Nothing. Where has it gotten me? How much has this benefited me? Nothing. So why am I going to smoke it? How's my life been without it? Great. What have I been accomplishing without it? A lot. That's why I was like, all right, fuck this, bro. I fucking threw that shit away instantly. So there's going to be a lot of temptations. I still get temptations. I had the thought of, hey, maybe I should, but then I told myself those things. But that's because I had the discipline and the confidence to be like, yes, I don't need that. I don't need this to fuck my life up again. You're going to go through a lot of things in life. And I really believe that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. So if you want to quit smoking, if you want to quit other drugs, if you want to quit drinking, if you want to do anything, it all starts with your mindset. It all starts with yourself. Most of the times when we do all these things, it's because we're going through something and we're just afraid to handle it with our own emotions. It's too hard to handle it for some people, which is why we use instant gratification. I myself have gone through a lot of traumatic experiences in life, which is why I use this to mask those feelings. But like I say, and every time I talk about this, if I'm able to do it, you are able to do it. And I really believe in you. And don't let the temptation of a random stranger or your homie or a family member, a cousin, whatever, try to tempt you to do something that you've worked so hard to stay away from. You are stronger. You are better. Tell yourself, is it really worth it? I've matured. I've grown. It's just not my thing. And now it's my message to hopefully inspire you guys. If you guys have been having those thoughts, or if you guys clicked this video and have made it this far, maybe this is your sign to kind of just be like, let me cut off completely. Or if I can't cut off completely right now, let me try to transition slowly and then cut off eventually. That's pretty much it. I really do believe in you, and I love you guys so much. You can do so much with your life without this. Once you get rid of this, you're going to realize, wow, on how much you can accomplish. Look back at your old self. How was life before you smoked for the first time? Some will say, well, shitty, which is why I smoked. But just imagine how you can conquer things at this age without it. Or if your life was great without it, just remember all the good things, all the good times you would have without it. Waking up early, playing a sport, doing your favorite hobby. You know? Are you really smoking because it's fun, because it looks cool, because it's the thing to do in your 20s or 30s or however old you are? Or are you doing it out of a habit? Are you doing it because it's the only way you can have fun? I had to put my ego aside because for so long I'm like, oh, it just makes me feel good, or it's a reward. But deep down, it's just because I knew damn well I could not have a great night without it. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and I will see you guys on the next video. I'll be here whenever you guys have any questions. And then for the people that have stopped smoking or are currently battling their habit with smoking, I'm proud of you. Keep pushing through it. You got this. And there is so much out there that you are going to accomplish. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Later, guys.